आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुः श्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यात् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनिरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्मा ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Upanishad has given till now, we have seen 3 mantras of the second chapter and 9 mantras third year. So who all are hearing this? All the earnest students of a teacher are hearing. Upanishad itself started with a question. Question of a very intelligent student. What is that conscious entity that is behind the functioning of the senses? So Guru has clearly said it is not within the realm of the senses. And in its presence, all the senses are functioning. Shrotrasya shrotram, manaso manoyat. Then what should we do to renounce your identity? With what?
Anatmas.
Your false identity you have to renounce. Then what remains as your identity is this undeniable conscious existence. That was clearly said. So few students who are dhiraha, as we discussed what is that dhiraha means, they were able to comprehend that. But there are many who are not able to comprehend. So for them again teaching was given. Why you are not able to comprehend? It is viditadato aviditadati. So it is different from the known and unknown. What is it that is different from the known and unknown and which is there in our experience right now? Our real nature.
Then what it said?
It is always there. You need not have to know it. Because you are that. Can you know it objectively? You cannot.
No.
Can you be without it?
No.
That also you cannot. Why? Because you are it. So Guru is emphatically saying you are that. I don't know how did you miss it in that first teaching. Guru was wondering. So the one who has the dhiraha with a one of the pointer indicator towards it, he was able to comprehend. But who is not up to that mark, the others, they needed this. That there cannot be anything other than that, and that is there right now in your experience. But still, some students missed it. Then the Guru felt why they are missing it. Maybe they are objectified and they are caught up with that objectification. It can be not only physical objectification, it can be a mental concept to which they are attached. So, Guru has, or the Upanishad, has given various mantras to say that this is not it. Nedam yedidam upasate. Deva Brahma. The one that is illumining all this is the ultimate reality. and not anything, how much ever great you assume. At the level of objectivity, it cannot be the supreme reality. That was so told. Then the disciple felt he knew. When Guru asked, he said that he knew, and he even explained his recognition. Based on that, Guru was happy. Even then, people did not understand. There are some students who are not able to comprehend this conversation. So they again questioned. Again, the Guru made it clear. What did he say last class?
Samatam.
Who knows?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
He who doesn't know,
He knows.
So that was one teaching. Then we discussed, you can take it as an awakened deep sleep as a reference to have an easy access or to not fall in short of recognizing the truth. Because if you think about the deep sleep, what is there? If you vicharana on deep sleep, then there is no objectivity there. That is only deep sleep. So that is the goal. Through that you recognize and don't stop your inquiry till you are able to remain as that awakened deep sleep. Means awakened deep sleep means what? We are indicating to infinite conscious existence. Some students were able to, but there are still some. So they felt that they may not be able to. So they requested Guru, see, you know our capability. In spite of so many students being illumined, but we are not getting to it. So you have to pay some special attention to us and teach to us the truth in a way that we cannot miss it. So they pleaded with Guru about the problem they conveyed and they want a solution for it. Means there are mumukshus, that's why they are after the Guru. They simply did not listen to something and like Virochana go away. The Guru also was very compassionate. So as a reply to this sincere prayer of his disciples, Guru, the Upanishad is giving the next mantra. Mantra 4. Pratibodha viditam matam amrutatvam hi vindate atmaya vindate viyam vidya vindate amrutam. Guru is saying, that Upanishad is declaring here that you cannot miss it. You are saying you cannot understand, but the fact is you cannot miss it. We are talking about your real nature. If you are there, then you are there as the real nature only. Why you are saying like that? Because it is so self-evident. Swayam Prakasham and what was the word I told yesterday? Swayam Prakasham and Sada Prakasham. You cannot miss it. If you can say that, if you are bold enough to say that you missed it, and you tell, can you miss appreciating the sun? Why?
Always there.
Swayam
Prakasham.
Prakasham. Because now whatever we are seeing
Sada Prakasham.
here, even though you don't look at the sun outside, whatever you are seeing, what are you seeing?
Because it's of her only.
Sun's light only you are seeing.
In cloudy, this thing, day.
Whatever it is, you are only seeing the sun. In the night, when there is no sun, only moon is there also, you are seeing sun's light only there. So can you miss the sun? You cannot miss the sun. So the light which you are seeing, that itself is the sun. Can you miss the air? At least sun is visible to the eyes. Air, is it visible to the eyes?
No.
But will you say that there is no air here? Why?
It is being experienced. Being experienced by it.
You are alive means there is air here. That's all. You need not have to see. So evident it is. Can you miss the air? No, you cannot miss the air. Then, space, the most subtlest. At least you can feel the air. So what about the space? It is, you cannot see with your eyes. How can you say that it is there? How can you say?
It is taken for granted.
That's why you are missing. That is the thing. That is the point. We are taking for granted all these things. If you say that you miss the sun, you have taken it for granted. Not that it is not there. If you miss the air, then what does it mean? You have taken it for granted. If you are missing the space, where are you born? You are born into space. Yes, space means what? Not that space. The space that is accommodating all these objects. That is space. The space that is accommodating even your thoughts. Chittakasha. This is Bhutakasha.
Here, my one question is there. We say Atman has no vikara, no changing. And except Atman, everything except Atman is having vikara, is changing. We see fire, water, earth, air also. But what vikara in space? What changing? Space. How can we define that the space is changing?
It is not changing then. You feel so?
No. Then difference between Atman and Akasa.
That will see. Till there it is all fine. Then how? That's why you need not negate that. So you can say differentiation between this and that is that this is Jadam.
How?
It is not known by itself and it cannot exist by itself. If it is existing and if it is being known, then there is the role of Atma. As per this context, I am saying. The one that illumines that Akasha is Atma. But why I said Akasha example now?
It is very nearest example can be given for Atman.
Still, why this example was told now?
Because like Atman, it is also invisible, but that only giving the space all the objects all around, and we have taken for granted. But it is there. We can. That's why, because Atman only, that effulgent being only, all the things bhati, sarvam idam vibhati.
So is there space to say that you cannot miss the space, but you have taken it for granted. That's why you say that if anybody says they don't know space, that is because they have taken it for granted. Because that alone is there externally and internally. Yes? So that is this Akasha. Now if you look at our Gangaji, can you miss appreciating the water?
No.
So whatever you are seeing there, Every day there can be a different phenomenon. If there is a flood, the Gangaji will appear in a different way. If it is there is no flood, and if it is in the winter, then you will see crystal clear water. There may not be much waves. But what you are exactly seeing there? Water only. Can we miss the water? No. This, if you understand, then this mantra will be clear. Vibodha Vidita means through every cognition, you are only appreciating this reality. It is very much evident in and through all your cognitions. Cognitions means you can take here the mental perceptions. Thoughts, you can say, to make it more simple. Through all of them, this consciousness is evident. Do you have thoughts?
But I will have or was having thought. That moment, no thought is there.
From waking to deep sleep,
So many
from
thoughts.
your time you are born till now, are there thoughts?
Yes.
And there is an incessant flow of thoughts.
Yes.
If there is no thought also, there is no thought, the thought is there.
Yes.
So at what part of your life this thought started appearing?
The body causes since when it's come.
Maybe we may not remember, but maybe since birth itself. But the thoughts there can be in a rudimentary state. Until when they will be there? Will be there. Deep sleep?
No.
Dream?
Dream is thoughts there.
Thoughts.
Full of thoughts.
So, thoughts we cannot get rid of. Thoughts are there continuously dominating our life. So here it is said, the one that is illumining those thoughts is this, is your real nature. Can you miss that? If you are appreciating the thought, what does it mean? You are already appreciating it through the lens of this consciousness, Atman, or your real nature. It is so evident. Pratibodha Vidita. So clearly it is evident. So in and through all the thoughts, what is there is this consciousness. That alone is there. But we take it for granted that we assume that we missed it. That's it. Why we have taken it for granted? Why did we miss it?
I think because we become habituated to stuck with the name of
Ishvara might have assumed that we will miss. That's why he gave a state where they are not there. So that you will use that as a reference and recognize that. What is that state? Deep sleep. So he is so compassionate, he has given this as a reference. Why? There, what is there? Only consciousness, dense consciousness. Vijnana, Dhyana. Then later, in that light, all these are appearing. So he might have given that for us to wake up to it as a reference. But even then we miss it. Why? What is the problem? And how will you recognize it?
With the help of Guru and Shastra, we can repair.
So traditionally, what do they say? Ajnana. Ajnana means what?
Again means self-ignorance.
Absence of
Knowledge.
jnana.
Yeah.
That's all. Absence of jnana is the problem. Absence of jnana means what? You are not still introduced to it. That's all. That is the only thing that is lacking. It is already there, but it is not introduced. You are not introduced to it. So you came here on Monday night. Somebody said they will take you to an excellent spot. So you started off from there. The journey was in the night and you slept in the vehicle and you came here, slept here. Then morning you saw this river. You felt it is like any river because you don't know where you are or what it is. But later somebody said that these all hills are there, maybe Himalayas. Then you wanted to see river Ganges. You lived here and you are waiting for that person who brought you here to take you to river Ganges. But you have already lived 1 month. Where?
Near the Ganga.
Next to Ganges. But you don't know. Why? Because you are not introduced to it. That's all. So here too, we are not introduced to our real nature. That it is Swayam Prakasham and Sada Prakasham, and that it is there in our experience always. That is the problem with us. So why we are saying this again and again? If once it is introduced, can it be lost?
No.
No, that is the thing. Yes, once it is introduced clearly and it is appreciated, then what do you want? Will you again ask, teach me Mahavakyas, teach me Vivek Chudamani?
I was just...
If you want to learn that to
No.
teach others and make
No,
some
no,
living, that is different. For your own illumination, do you need it?
My intention was just it gives me joy. I want to hear again and again this reality through various ways. This is the nothing else.
But why we want to hear the reality? That is the question. Why you want to hear reality in various ways?
To enjoy myself or what to say.
Is there any problem within us that we have to find out? Why you want to hear reality in various ways?
Again and again.
Why?
Maybe fear that I'm
Is
going
it
to-
because of lack of recognition? Or is lack of recognition means there is no Shraddha? Because that's why once you are, why I am saying this, if you are introduced to it now,
It
we
will-
are here to know our real nature. And if it is clearly introduced by the Upanishad and by the teacher, and once you feel its presence within you as your real nature, then what is needed?
to be like it.
Huh?
Real man.
Do you have choice to be like that also?
Yeah.
You are anyway that only.
Yeah.
Then all jnana will give way. So for every action in the world, you will always plan and you will do and you will see whether we have to do it or we should not do it. If you do it, this is the way and what would be the outcome, all that you plan. Same way here. So when we are doing this Advaita Shravana, why we are doing all this is to get introduced to our real nature, which you already are. Till then you should be restless because you are missing what you already are. So how much restless you should be. But once you are introduced to your real nature, then after that If there is restlessness, what does that mean? You are still not introduced. Or you are not allowing yourself to be introduced. Earlier we are lost in the world and then we were not introduced. And now if Upanishad is introducing you to it, then you are busy again occupied with what to do next. You are not allowing that jnana.
Now the question will not arise because
So
this whole night I was just simply thinking about that reality. So it is changed now.
that's but if you
But-
say
but
that I will
you see-
read just to know how the scriptures have present, that is different. Or if you say that I want to make a living later
No,
by
no,
teaching,
no.
that is also okay. But for self-knowledge,
Nothing is required.
nothing is required. So when the introduction, when you are being introduced, you have to be fully present and allow that introduction that happen, and you recognize what is always there. That is the only thing that is valid. So Upanishad is telling you cannot miss it. If you assume that you are missing it, it is because of you have taken it for
Right.
granted. So if you want an example for this, you can take the images on the screen. On the screen there are images. So many images. You are lost in those images. So nice, so nice. As a child you went to the game. But then you are also, when there is a fire, you caught hold of your parents and told you will go outside, fire has started. Then the father said, no, that is only an image. There is an underlying substratum for it, that is, nothing happened to that. And because of that only all this is there. And you trusted him and you thought, okay. Then suddenly water was there everywhere. Ocean was shown. Then immediately you put your legs up and told you will go to first floor, water is coming. And again he told the same thing. Because what's happening with you? You are lost in the images. You are not able to appreciate the substratum. Then there was interval. In interval, what is there? Only an illumined screen. You imagine this is not the theater which you are seeing now, where you need a projector and light on it. It is an LED screen and the light is there within, like a TV, big TV. There we are seeing this. So in interval, what is there? Only a luminous screen. And now you are saying, this is screen beta, this is screen. On this, because of they have a provision where they upload that movie, that will come and appear here. So all the light that you are seeing in those images is the light that belongs to the screen. And they all are existing because of the screen. Now the movie started, a terrific movie started. But will you be disturbed now? Because you know that these are all only passing phases. The reality is the screen. Now, if they ask you when the movie is going on, are you seeing the screen? What will you say? Yes. These all are only pointing to the screen, you will say. All these images are there because of the screen. Got that example? So, in the same way, here, once you are introduced to this, whatever you are appreciating in the sense it will always come to you, that information, as thoughts. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Let them be active. But finally, where they will bring all their inputs to you, to your mind. And the mind will take it obediently to the intellect. Yes, and the intellect will use the memory and it will tell all these. Yes. Then a person will come and tell, I have appreciated. There you stop. No, all these are coming. Even that I has come. And even that I is illumined. I is only a thought. There is nothing like I sitting there somewhere inside, like a villain. All these informations are coming. You are following the outside external world is there. Senses are there. Senses are again giving those information to the mind. Mind is faithfully taking it to intellect. Intellect is processing. And it will there priya, apriyam, all that bodha is there. Because of what it is saying that this is good and this is bad based on past memory. Memory also is a thought. And then one fellow will come and tell, see this is I. That is also a thought. All these are thoughts. And what is illuminating all these thoughts is the reality. These all are jadam. The samskaram is what? Earlier impressions, they are also jadam. They are all illumined by what? That is not jadam. Then what is it? It is Chaitanya. That is your real nature. So here you see, all these are only pointing out to your real nature. So let the world be, however wild it is. Finally it has come to you in the form of thoughts. Let the thoughts come. And let the intellect process it and make it sometimes pleasing and sometimes terrific. And let an illusionary I come. That is also a thought. And say, let it take the ownership. But now, you say they all are there, viditam. If you are knowing all of them, that is because of my presence, my real nature as conscious existence. So you cannot miss this. That's what we are saying. So in the same way, like we go back to that example, there are images all that we miss, we were lost. Then there was only screen, illumined screen. In the same way, we are given deep sleep. So in deep sleep, what is there? You are there as you really are. Because you don't know there at that moment, there is no need to know. So you say there is ajnana. That is also okay. But if they want to say, but what we are saying there it is there as it is. Once till you introduce, then you can say ajnana. Ajnana is not there, not only there, here also. If you don't know about it, what is there? Ajnana only is there. Ajnana is there everywhere. But Ishvara, out of compassion, he made sure that there nothing can enter there, including ajnana. After you know about it. If you don't know it, ajnana is there everywhere. If you know the reality, is there ajnana anywhere? Nowhere it is. So there, it is only an illumined screen. And what is happening later, in the presence of that illumined screen, various things are coming. But that is there as it is.
Sangha.
If anything happens to that, then you will not have next deep sleep. It is not happening, that itself implies that you are, nothing can happen to you. No change can happen to you because that is changeless. Change is happening where? At the level of the images, not at the level of the screen. Yes? That point is clear? That point is, it will give clarity for the further part of this mantra. So here, by knowing that all these are being illumined, we are having access directly to our real identity. Even the ego or individuality which you felt to be your real nature, even that is being illumined. Then who are you now? Who are you? Till now you felt that you are that, but you are saying that also is only a passing phenomenon, just like thoughts. It is also a thought basically. I thought it is, and that is also being evident to what? To the consciousness or awareness to the Chaitanya, then who are you now? If everything is being illumined by this, then who are you?
I am that consciousness.
I am that consciousness. So now the real identity has taken place. So you are already that, but you are not introduced to it. Now you are introduced to it in such a way that you cannot miss it. And now the true identity remains. So you remain as you really are. Yes? Pratibodha viditam matam. So clear it is. Amritatvam vivindate. So if this identity is established, then you have access to Amritatvam. What is this Amritatvam?
Immortality.
What is that immortality?
Atman only. Real nature.
What is mortal?
Mortal, that is anatmas.
What is born? That will undergo jayate, kshiyate, vardate, like that. Parinama it will go. And finally it will perish. Whatever is subject to change. Your body will change, your mind will change, your intellect, everything will change. But will this change?
No, never.
It is a changeless. Yes? If it is changeless, then will it perish?
No.
No. This is a changeless principle. This tattva. You have access to it. If that identity shift has happened, then you remain as this changelessness. Then is this Amritattva attained after death?
No, here itself.
Here if you recognize it, then that is an attributed thing, that he has no death because he is remaining as a changeless principle. But let us take it in one more way. This changelessness here, continuous change, is causing the turmoil. Is causing the turbulence. Everybody wants to be free of mind because the mind is so turbulent. That's why everybody wants to sleep. Why? It is continuously changing. The body also is continuously changing. Change itself is sorrow. Change itself, by definition, it will give sorrow. Then changelessness, it should
Source
give
of happiness.
source of peace and happiness. So once you re-establish your identity with this conscious principle, then which is not subject to change, then you have access to the changelessness. And that changelessness, one more name is peace or happiness. So you remain peaceful. So you are liberated even while living from this incessant process of change. Even while living. Whatever is changing is anatma. And what is changeless is atma, your real nature. That you already are. Now, this mantra has only introduced us to it. Okay?
Shifting the I from one phase to another phase.
Identity.
Identity.
Shift of identity means I am the
Then
body,
who
I
will
am the
shift?
mind.
Who will shift?
That's why when this recognition happens, you will right now. If you recognize this, till now what you are doing? You are taking identity from this body mind. Once you have comprehended this clearly, then what is there? As the individuality shifts, but the individuality ceases now with that the new identity.
Yeah.
What is already there is there. So to point out to that, so you remain as you really are. So who will have jnana? Who has ajnana only will have jnana. Yes. Like that. Who will have that shift means who is already caught in this mess. And in the process of trying to shift, you will see its illusion. And what is there is always there. Clear? Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.